And welcome to more Diablo 1 Hellfire. With me, BringItDon. Last minute checks as always. Really can't check to make sure everything's working properly until you start the stream anyway. I guess I could have a cover screen. Or a still screen. Have that pulled up first, but it's fine. Alright, I guess we finished floor 10. I don't remember doing that. Oh, down to the hive.
We have long lain dormant, and the time to awaken has come. After our long sleep, we are filled with great hunger. Soon now we shall feed.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. I always forget if this dungeon is 4 or 3 floors. I'm pretty sure it's 4. That scroll of the maxed out magic resist has come in very handy. Say the scroll of identify that I just picked up, but that doesn't make sense. Appreciate all these melee units. Makes my job a lot easier. Whoops, didn't mean to pop a potion. It's alright. Today's stream may be a little shorter than usual, and I may not be able to stream tomorrow, as I have a very busy day ahead of me. A fun day, but a busy one. Do you want to win? I haven't done the giveaway yet, as I wait for people to show up and kind of do them throughout the stream. Well, so far this is going well. Also, I don't need all these scrolls in my inventory. I'm only responsible for giving out the keys. What happens after that, I'm not responsible for. So with the game going on a 60% discount the next week or so, I don't think you'll be making any big bucks off of it. Maybe if you say that it's a key from BringItDon, then people will pay big bucks for it. Alright, I have to get deal with the trap. Really? It's knocking me back. Oh, this is gonna get annoying. Pull back a bit and lure them to me. Stop running away! That's so annoying. Okay, I have to get back to town and do some shopping. First, let's make sure I didn't miss anything. It's the bravest people that can admit fault and know when to retreat.
What ails you, my friend?
Alright, let's buy some of these. I should probably do with some of these scrolls. I just have too many. I'm not going to use a lot of them anyway. I'll probably just throw them over here. I don't want to sell them necessarily because some may come in handy later. I wonder if this is the equivalent of like leaving a gun unattended and just in a random spot. Well, Knight's Tale isn't that graphically intensive. It's just it's a tactical RPG. If they run Resurrected, it can probably run that game. I like the specs.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
I'm gonna try and be fair about the giveaway. Just kind of do it, and the fastest person to get it gets it. I didn't have a chance to set up a trivia thing for it this time, like I did that one time for the Wrath of the Righteous giveaway. Which I should have a Rogue Trader giveaway coming up too, because I have a key already. And I bought one as well. I get quite a few keys from developers, mostly smaller indie developers. But a few larger ones. And but I don't like handouts, so I tend to buy, well, not all the time. Some games, especially if I want to back it on Kickstarter, which I don't do a whole lot. I do typically back the Pathfinder games, and I back Rogue Trader. The scrolls just got rid of. I'm getting a lot more. Where are you? I knew you were lurking in the shadows somewhere. Just had to say the magic word. It's not please, but it does start with a P. I'm not gonna worry about the short bow. We're in the final run on hell difficulty. I don't really need gold at this point. And if there's something I do need gold for, I already have more in the town that I can carry in my inventory, so I can't buy anything more than that. Always watching Mike Wazowski. I mean, I could go for another watching of Monsters Incorporated. Actually, one of the worlds I was most excited for in Kingdom Hearts 3, which I haven't played yet. I would love for the PC ports to come to Steam, or even GOG and not just Epic. Must be all that vitamin C that Hector takes. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get messed up here. Can't chase these guys down, these Abeloths. Actually, with 75% magic resist, I'm getting messed up. Melee guys like, ooh. Melee guys I can handle. Once I deal with these guys. They zigzag and I can't catch them. Let that be a lesson to you. All who dare oppose me. There's gold pieces to buy me some potions. Well, we'll see. I don't need to waste a charge here. I'm about to go back to town and buy some more potions. Some more pots. After I identify this amulet and see if it's worth holding on to.
My friend. Stay a while and listen.
Minus $9 attributes. Well, I saw that for 1 gold. Can melt that down and turn it into something else.
What ails you, my friend?
Good way to use up all my mana. Then I can use the mana staff to get my mana back. And teleport home. Then buy more potions. And continue the vicious cycle. I have a giveaway tonight, Hector, for King Arthur Knight's Tale. Actually, two giveaways. It's 2 keys for the same game. Yeah, it is on console, but not for Switch. But the keys I think are only for Steam. Oh, I haven't found a magic large shield in a while. In fact, I should have checked Griswold's inventory while I was in town. Yeah, I'll do that next time I head back to town. No raffle. I'm gonna post the key in the chat randomly throughout the stream, and the first one gets it, gets it. I think that's a fair way of handling it. I'll post it and I'll say game key or something like that, and whoever copy paste it first gets it. So I did have a chance to set like a trivia thing, because I really liked the treasure hunt one I did for Wrath of the Righteous that one time. If I get the chance to do a giveaway for Rogue Trader as well, I'll probably do that again, where I give a clue and I'll have like the key posted in the description of one of my videos somewhere on the channel. Which will be quite the tall order, because I have a few thousand videos on the channel. But it'll be fairly obvious like the last one. The game name is King Arthur: A Knight's Tale. Developed by and published by Neocore Games. Thought the game looked really cool. I remember when they announced it, I wishlisted it immediately. And it's getting a big update today, the 2.0 update. With a lot of like new in-game content and stuff. Well, I haven't done a Let's Play of the game yet. I do plan on it, along with the other King Arthur games. A lot of enemies. Let's back up a bit. Kind of funnel them towards me. Hey, leveled up! Need that. Thank you. I'm gonna put all my points into health. Yes, you can buy this for modern PCs. I don't know if the Blizzard launcher sells it. I think it does. We can also buy it on GOG, or Good Old Games. Which is where I recommend buying a lot of your games, because it's DRM free. And also for older games like this, they usually have the fan patches or whatever already installed. So they usually work right out of the box, where on like Steam or elsewhere, you probably have to patch it yourself or change some files around. But GOG does a good job of making sure the older games are up to snuff. And and playable right out the gate. I think there's a couple games where they could be a little hit or miss, but that's kind of that happens with games on PC all the time. Everyone's hardware is different, and it's hard to always get it right universally.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Resist all plus 25%. More hit points, but if I swap that out and swap this, maybe not. What's this other ring that I have? Might be able to make this work. Yep, you have to be on PC and on Steam. I'd recommend going and having the redeem product on Steam window open if you really want to. Guarantee it. Okay. I could do this, right? And if I have that shield equipped, it's still only 62. Yeah, I can't have my stuff maxed out. Well, I tried. I guess we'll drop this on the ground and leave this here for now as well. I may end up using that. And find the right gear setup.
Well, what can I do for you?
Oh, I have enough gold. Well, that's not a common issue.
Well, what can I do for you?
What ails you, my friend?
Well, what can I do for you?
What does he have? So, Staff of Speed, Meteoric Axe, Master's Axe of Precision, Bow of Sorcery, Flail of Vampires, Bow of Perfection, Obsidian Crown. I can't swap out my helmet, because right now I have the fastest hit recovery, and that's way too valuable for my build. Massive Axe of Vampires. Axe of Titans, Bow of the Stars, Axe of Precision, and Bow of the Heavens. I'm gonna sully these hands with a bow. Well, remember that you don't need the recommended specs. You can do the minimum
I
specs.
sense a soul in search of answers.
I used to run games on my PC that I didn't have the specs for all the time, and they still worked. But if you ever upgrade your PC, you'll have the game available to play then. So I think it's the Scroll of Apocalypse. I'm never going to be able to cast that.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
And if no one takes the keys on stream, I'll just post them in the Discord for people to take as well. That poor guy got blocked by all of his buddies. Those guys are messing me up pretty good. Gotta hand it to him. We are playing on hell difficulty, so I guess enemies should hit hard. Mind if I just clear out up there? Alright, let's go do that. Actually, I had a one of those MCMs reach out to me today, which I will never join. So that was interesting. They had like 3 emails compiled into one. It was really weird to read. Oh, I found your channel and really liked a copy-pasted video. I think they just took like my second most popular video and put it in the email. They're like, oh, notice you don't have a TikTok. Would you be interested in doing that? It can really help content creators grow. And then they had another email attached to that one. Like, this is who I am and this is what I do. And then, I think that was the third one. Like, oh, I'd love to set up a meeting with you. Like, I'm not gonna give anybody what pittance I make on YouTube to try and help me grow. I am very happy with my channel. Plus, as far as I understand it, all those things are scams anyway. Like, I have a job and stuff. Can't do this full time. Alright, level 3. I'm just blowing through this. Wait, did I oh, I didn't mean to skip that. I just want to get back upstairs to make sure I didn't miss anything. Sorry, we've heard it 2 other times in the overall playthrough. Alright, first key is coming out. If you do cash in the key, please let me know so that I know that the key is no longer good. So, game key. And again, please let me know that you've used the keys so that you can eventually post the next one. And not post that one ever again. Or if you try it and it's already no good, let me know. I mean, somebody else took it and didn't tell me. Alright, I don't want to fight whatever's shooting all those blasts at me, because I'm terrified. Alright, we can cut these guys down real quick. Here I come. Gosh. What is this pattern? Chase out the enemy and like I don't know, try to make me go around things and then stop going around things. Really bad pathing. Get rid of some of these pods, I guess. And once I get to them, they don't last long. I just have to get to them. Oh, did somebody else already cash it in? Or did you just not try? Ooh, an oil of sharpness. Alright, increase our max damage on our weapon by another 1. A Hork spawn.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Well, what can I do for you?
What ails you, my friend?
Well, what can I do for you?
Alright, still collecting scrolls that I don't need. And I don't mean the species from Marvel. Which, by the way, I heard bad things about Secret Invasion. I thought it was pretty good. Now, I also haven't read the comics for the that storyline, so it's possible. It'd be disappointing if you had, but... There's a couple minor grievances with it, but the overall plot, plus the introduction, is probably the best like opening I've seen for a Marvel any media. I won't end up using that, but you never know. Yeah, the last episode wasn't my favorite. Man, that introduction though, I don't think I skipped it a couple times by accident. So I was trying to skip the recap. It's kind of like the Peacemaker opening. I don't think I ever skipped that either. Just it was a lot of fun. It came out what, last year? Also, the new Loki season was pretty darn good. That last episode, whew. One part was a little on the nose, but I'm really, there was something I've been talking about the entire season. I'm glad they finally leaned into it in that final episode. Because one thing I think Marvel does poorly is showing the godliness of the gods, like Thor, Loki, all of them. And they finally did it. Thank you. Like the animated, I think it's the movie, the animated Marvel movie where they fight Thanos. There's a scene where they're trying to get Thanos. It may be the show. I don't know. I didn't actually watch it. I just watched the one clip. But they basically try to get Thanos to use each one of the stones individually to test them to counter each one, so that one of Stark's inventions can get a reading on each one and learn how to counter it. And he uses the Time Stone on the Avengers and disintegrates them. Except for Thor, who just gets older and more powerful. Because as Guardians get stronger, the older they are. And so Thanos is blasting Thor with the Time Stone, and he just flies at him and starts knocking him around. Yeah, well, I think a lot of people are just tired of it. But I mean, the new season of Loki was good. I really enjoyed it. And I do think like the Loki hype is a little overdone. It's kind of like the Snape of Marvel. Just attack this guy. What are you doing? What? Stop zigzagging and smack the guy in front of. What? All right, fine. I'll go around. It's not worth it. Oh man, of course. Son of a gun. All right, let's do a little backtracking. My character's not freaking out now. Oh shoot! Son of a gun. If it didn't freak out and do that little back and forth step, whatever the heck that was, I was clicking on the enemy, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." He just kept walking back and forth. That was annoying. Yeah, I mean that last scene, whew, that was awesome. I think that the when they zoomed out, it was a little on the nose, but when he finally decided what to do, it was just, whew, it was good stuff. The entire time I was like, he could just walk out there because, well, he's not an Asgardian, he is an ice giant. But still, they're long-lived as well. And he's still a god. I'm like, the solution's right in front of you, buddy. And they did it. And there's a missed opportunity as well. So, in the comics, when Thor fought Gore, Gore's whole plot was to make a god bomb, using the god of bombs. And the premise of the god bomb is when it explodes, it kills all the gods throughout space and time. So every god that ever was gets eradicated because Gore wants to kill all the gods. And to defeat Gore, there were 3 Thors that showed up. You have the Thor of the past, the present, and the future. And the Thor of the present, I believe it was, enters the god bomb and absorbs its power to stop it. And while he's doing it, he's connected to all the gods across space and time. And they all pray to him to empower him so he can absorb the god bomb and stop it from going off. Really cool moment in the franchise. They, of course, didn't do that in the newest Thor movie because they made the whole thing into a big joke, and I'm still upset about it. I didn't mind Ragnarok being funny and jokey. I thought it fit that movie really well, and it showed some of the zaniness of Marvel's space. Because it can get pretty goofy. But Thor vs. Gore is one of my favorite arcs in the setting, and they did not do it justice. But with that said, it would be cool as if they had leaned into that scene where all the gods are praying to Thor, and when Loki wraps up the season, he saw Thor doing that, and he also prayed. And maybe even Thor got a vision of Loki, seeing him, do what he did, and like redeemed him in his eyes or something. There would have been a cool way to connect those two stories.
What ails you, my friend?
They squandered Love and Thunder. So much. Yeah,
What can I do for you?
again, I haven't heard anything about it, so I assume that it wasn't that great.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. Well, what can I do for you?
But I gave it the benefit of the doubt until I eventually watched it, or I guess got your not so stellar review. Well, actually, Mjolnir is supposed to be a two-handed warhammer, but excuse me, my voice cracked. But Loki's shenanigans saw it dropped when it was being forged by the Dwarven smiths, and it got dropped, and the hammer was shortened. So the hammer is supposed to be a two-handed hammer. But was he turned into a mayfly? Is that what it was? Some sort of fly. And bit the dwarf, and he dropped the hammer. Just walk over here and smack this guy. Thank you. Alright, this little path sucks. Walk all the way around, taking all these laser blasts to the face. Because I can't walk through that narrow corridor. I guess because the game's anticipating the enemy walking through it, and it forces me back because it reads the enemy being in the tile, even though he's not yet. I'm guessing that's how it works. I have no idea, but it's aggravating as all get out. I suppose just walk through here. Like that. It doesn't help that the enemy's standing right here. So he's not even blocking the path yet. I still can't walk in there. Yeah, they came out the new RoboCop game recently. I don't know if it's on Switch, but it looks like a lot of fun. I'd love to Let's Play it. I want to watch the movies again before I do that.
What ails you, my friend?
And also finish my current Let's Plays. So, not sure when that'll come about. It's the same people that made the Terminator Resistance game, which also looked like a lot of fun. And from what I saw, it got pretty good reviews.
Hello, my
So
friend.
this developer
Stay a
is
while and listen.
doing all these IPs a lot of justice, which is great.
Well, what can I do for
Because
you?
a lot of developers would just, or I guess publishers more like, would just use them as cash grab opportunities, but they're actually good games. It's like the
Well, what can I do for you?
Aliens Fireteam Elite. I thought that was a great Alien game. I don't think it's getting more support, but supposedly that developer is working on another project. They also made the that Predator multiplayer game, which people still play. Where one person plays the Predator, and you have a team of 4 people, and you play as iconic characters from the movies, like Duke. But I've played enough 4-player co-op games, and it reminds me of Evolve. I thought that game was a blast to play, but they really squandered it with all the DLC. But now, like that type of game is really popular. The 1 versus 4, like the one really strong enemy versus a team of weaker opponents. You have Dead by Daylight. Friday the 13th came out. There was that Evil Dead game that came out that I haven't heard a lot about. And then 4-player co-op games in general are just really popular. Vermintide, Deep Rock Galactic, Darktide. So Evolve was a little before its time and had a terrible business practice. It's a shame, because I thought the game was a lot of fun. I suppose it was also extremely unbalanced. I played mostly offline. I played a few games online. But even by the time I started playing it, it was hard to find games because it wasn't that popular. Supposedly it was really bad for the monsters because they just got bullied by the the hunters all the time. I guess we're done this floor too. We're just blowing through the nest. I remember it being, or I thought it was a lot longer, I guess just in the Let's Play. A little longer to get through, but we're on the final floor already. The catacombs take a while because they have those darn Gravekeeper enemies that are just a pain in the butt to fight. Oh, we watched a movie last night, me and the Mrs. I finally watched Porco Rosso, the Studio Ghibli movie. I'd never seen that one before. I'm looking forward to their new movie. Like, oh, I'll watch this one while I wait. But there's still a couple movies I haven't seen by Studio Ghibli. Yeah, I quite liked it. The Mrs. didn't like the voice acting. I thought it fit the character. It was Michael Keaton that voice acted Porco Rosso and at least the English. The English version, sorry. Got distracted trying to run that guy down. I think that movie did a lot of things right. I really enjoyed it. It's one thing that's always irked me. Is like in writing classes and all that, you're always told a story has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. I'm like, no. The stories don't have to have an ending or a satisfying ending. They can be left hanging. It can be left up to the reader or the viewer's interpretation if it's a movie or a TV show. And in some cases, I think that's better. It keeps the audience engaged. You interpret the story as you see fit, and you develop the ending on your own. And Porco Rosso kind of did that at the end. It alluded to a couple different things. It's like, oh, did this happen or this happen? I think the Coen brothers also, I think their philosophy is, you don't always have to have an ending or a satisfying ending to a movie. So it always irks me when it's like I wrote stories in university. It's like, oh, this doesn't have an ending. It's like, yeah, it's not supposed to. It's up to the reader's imagination. Do you think this guy left the city to pursue his dreams, or did he continue his everyday mundane job? Walking past all the same stuff every day. Yeah, I'm not picking that stuff up. Because I don't need the money. It's a little different when I'm streaming a game and doing a proper Let's Play.
Come closer, morsel.
Oh gosh.
I smell your terror, and I hunger.
Alright, let's dance. Oh gosh. was a little close. I didn't drop any loot, just the map. The jerk. Yeah, I know, I tend to do that with ARPGs after a certain point. It's a different type of game. I'll stop picking up white gear, then I'll stop picking up the magic gear.
What ails you, my friend?
It usually takes a while, but it does eventually happen.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Oh, I didn't pick up anything. Huh, imagine that.
Well, what can I do for you?
All right. Game key number 2. Game key. Let me know if you take it. If no one lets me know, I'm going to post it in the Discord after the stream anyway. In fact, I should probably keep that pulled up so I can do so. There's that guy in the Charger again, showing off to all of his neighbors. Afraid to actually take it on the road, I think. Maybe he's trying to call me out. He sees my Camaro parked out front, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna rev up in front of this guy's house and see if he wants to race me. I've got bad news for him. He's not gonna win. I told his kid that he might be able to beat me just because I don't want to talk to the guy. I also didn't realize he had a V6 in it. But he has some stuff done to it. He has a turbo, so I think he'd have me in a longer race, but we're doing like an 8-mile strip or something. I've got him. I've got about 100 more horsepower than he has. Okay, fine, I'll go back and look, because it could be. Not that I'm going to change out this weapon. I've invested so many oils of sharpness into it. Was that movie any good? I heard good things about it, but I haven't seen it myself. Alright, a non-magical cape. Oh, it's a Falchion. Is that the one you were talking about? I thought I left another sword behind somewhere. There's a two-handed sword that wasn't magical I left. Somewhere. Oh, splint mail. Oh, the chest didn't open. Oh, I'm glad I backtracked. Yeah, I mean, I guess I am a sucker for peer pressure. I ate a tadpole and paid the price, so... here we are. That was really peer pressure. That was, oh hey, I have a permanent debuff I'd like to get rid of. And now my character looks evil. Everybody accuses me of just accepting it. It's like I did the one tadpole out of necessity. And I'm getting attacked for it. Kinda wish it was a narrative thing to take a tadpole for using the shake machine. I forgot what it's called. The Get Yankee machine. Hey, Sword of the Stars, plus 10 to all attributes. Yeah, Actually, recently the missus and I watched Home Alone 3, which I don't think I've ever seen before. We watched the first two Home Alones, and then watched Home Alone 3. I remember the first two. I've watched those both a couple of times, but...
Uh-huh.
What was that? Uh-huh. Home Alone 3 is, I think, new to me. Well, that's it for the Hive. That's actually all I wanted to do this stream, so that kind of works out. Oh, back to town. We'll rest and regroup and do the catacombs next time.
Hello, my friend.
Alright, let's see what this Falcon's all about. Hey, resist all. And steals 5% life. That's not too shabby. It has awful damage. Especially compared to the two-handed sword I can use one-handed. It's also been boosted up to 21 max damage.
Well, what can I do for you?
What ails you, my friend?
I haven't used the tadpole powers at all, except for like connecting with my companions, but it doesn't say like illithid power or whatever next to it. It's just a narrative choice on their end. No, it's because of the one tadpole that I took. That's what caused it. Because I had the that debuff in the machine because I failed one of the checks. I mean, it's fine. I got a bunch of powers, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. It makes the playthrough a little more interesting because I took the one tadpole out of necessity. I'm like, oh, this is an interesting narrative choice for my character, because otherwise it might be a too vanilla of a playthrough, right?
I sense a soul in
But now,
search of answers.
You know, a wrench has been thrown in the wheel. And we'll see how far it takes us. I'm still not going to take any more tadpoles. We just did the one because we had to. Or felt like we had to because we had that debuff. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it a penalty to strength or something? I don't remember exactly, but...
This is...
Let's go chop off this gold. So we can lure all sorts of dragons here, not just Smaug. Or Smog. Also drop off some of these scrolls. Yeah, I think you can justify as a paladin because in order to adhere to your oath and to continue pursuing the greater good, you have to be at your best. And so consuming the one tadpole, I think, was justified with the character that I'm playing. And again, it makes the playthrough a little more interesting, right? They can't just have a perfect vanilla playthrough all the time. Because, I mean, it's going to be pretty predictable. So, and then this was obviously quite the turn of events, becoming a half illithid because of one tadpole. So that'll make things interesting as well. I'm curious what that's going to do for us in the long run. Am I going to have another check towards the end of the game where it's either I become a full Mind Flayer, and I fail that one too? Or are we going to have a Paladin Mind Flayer? I don't know. It'll be fun. Ah ha ha. Just don't look at him because you'll go blind. But yeah, took the tadpole for the greater good. It's like, oh man, I can't protect my allies if I'm weakened. I can't see the rest of my companions through their quests and to get them the cure that they need. And plus, if we're looking for a cure for the tadpole in our brain, if we have a second tadpole, the cure for the first one should cure the second one. So the end goal would still see us cured of the tadpole that we took. So I think it's fine. Well, it was fine until until that was it DC 21 check. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. We actually got more done faster than I expected, but that worked out because I was gonna do a shorter stream anyway. And did post both keys in the chat. I'm also gonna copy them in the Discord because no one said if they took them or not. And that'll be that. So take care, everybody. Stay safe, stay classy. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.